My child, before the noise of this world reached your ears, before fear whispered your name, before disappointment ever touched your heart, I knew you. Not the version of you that smiles in front of people, not the version that hides pain behind laughter, not the version that wonders in silence if anyone truly understands. I know the real you. I know the nights you stayed awake while the world slept, the moments when your heart felt heavy and your thoughts became louder than peace, the times you smiled while carrying storms nobody could see. And I need you to hear me today. You are not invisible to me. Not for 1 second. I have seen every silent tear, every prayer spoken through trembling lips, every moment you wanted to quit but somehow kept going. You may think nobody noticed your struggle. I noticed. You may think your effort meant nothing. It mattered. You may think life forgot you. I never did. My child, I know there are days when exhaustion wraps itself around your spirit. Days when disappointment feels stronger than hope. Days when you wonder, will things ever change? Will I ever feel peace again? Will this pain ever stop? Listen closely. You are stronger than you realize. Not because life has been easy, but because you kept moving through hard things. You kept standing after heartbreak. You kept breathing after disappointment. You kept believing even when faith felt fragile. And that matters. I want to tell you something your fear never tells you. Growth often happens quietly. Healing often happens slowly. And purpose is usually being formed long before you can see it. You think nothing is changing because you cannot see movement. But seeds grow underground long before flowers appear. What if this season is not punishment? What if this season is preparation? What if the closed doors that hurt you were protecting you from paths that would have broken you? I know rejection wounded you. I know betrayal made trust harder. I know disappointment changed the way you look at tomorrow. But hear me carefully. Your story is not over. The chapter you are in is not the ending. There are parts of you still healing, dreams still breathing, strength still growing. You have not missed your purpose. You have not gone too far. You are not forgotten. Sometimes you ask me, why is this taking so long? And I understand that question. Because waiting hurts. Waiting makes you question yourself. Waiting can make silence feel heavy. But silence is not absence. Just because you cannot hear every answer does not mean I abandon the conversation. Sometimes I am building strength inside you before changing what surrounds you. Sometimes I am preparing your heart for what your hands are not ready to hold yet. Sometimes the delay is not rejection. Sometimes it is protection. My child, you carry fears you rarely admit. The fear that things may never improve. The fear that you are behind. The fear that everyone else seems to be moving while you stand still. The fear that you are not enough. But I want you to stop for a moment and hear this. You do not have to earn your worth. You already matter. Even in confusion, even in weakness, even when confidence disappears, even when you do not recognize yourself, you matter. Not because of success, not because of money, not because people approve of you. You matter because you were created with intention, and no failure can erase that. No heartbreak can cancel it. No mistake can remove your value. I know you are tired. Tired of trying. Tired of hoping. Tired of carrying invisible weight. You smile. You show up. You keep functioning. But inside, you feel drained. I see that too. And I am not asking you to pretend to be strong. I am asking you to keep taking one step at a time. One prayer, one act of courage, one moment of faith, one decision to rise again. That is enough for today. You do not have to figure out your entire future tonight. You only need enough courage for the next step. My child, there is something beautiful about the way you keep trying despite everything. You call yourself weak. I call you resilient. You call yourself lost. I see someone learning the road. The storm has been loud, hasn't it? Some days your mind feels crowded. Fear speaks loudly. Memories revisit you. Regret tries to rewrite your identity. and anxiety paints tomorrow with shadows. But hear me now. You are more than your worst day, more than your fear, more than your mistakes, more than the opinions that hurt you. You are still becoming, and becoming takes time. The pressure you feel does not mean you are failing. Sometimes pressure means growth. Sometimes the breaking you fear is actually transformation. You wonder if anything good still waits for you. Yes, hope still waits. Peace still waits. Joy still waits. Healing still waits. Purpose still waits. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because strength grows inside you. And little by little, what once crushed you loses its power. My child, there are still mornings ahead where laughter will return naturally. There are conversations that will make your heart feel lighter. Moments where you will stop and realize, I survived what I thought would destroy me. And when that day comes, you will understand. You were growing all along, not abandoned. Growing, not forgotten. Growing, not defeated. Growing. So, breathe deeply and keep walking. You do not need perfect faith. You do not need perfect words. You do not need perfect strength. Bring me honesty. Bring me your tired heart. Bring me your questions. Bring me your doubts. I am not afraid of your struggle. I am near in it. When the night feels heavy, I am there. When tears arrive unexpectedly, I am there. When hope feels distant, I am there. And even when you cannot feel me, you are still held. So if today your heart feels tired, rest for a moment. If your spirit feels weak, lean into hope again. If fear speaks loudly, answer it with this: I am still here. I am still growing. I am still becoming who I was meant to be. My child, your story is still unfolding. The light inside you has not disappeared. The storm is not the whole sky. And this chapter, it will not define the rest of your life. Keep going. I am walking with you. Step by step, day by day, heartbeat by heartbeat. And one day you will look back and realize you were never alone.